A lone Indominus Rex walks on the beach. The mere mass of its footprints leaving indents in the sand. It does not know how it ended up here, neither does it really care. All that it knows is that it's hungry, and it hasn't eaten in days. As soon as the Indominus sees this, it doesn't even consider that there might be another predator nearby. It just starts to run. With astonishing speed, it makes it to the destination of the log and the dead animal. However, something else has also arrived as well. Indominus Rex has never seen a creature like this before in its entire life. However, that is not important right now. What is important is whether it will decide to starve or to fight. The Indominus Rex has decided what its fate will be. Hello everyone, welcome back to the Casino Co YouTube channel. Today we are going to be reviewing Jurassic World Rebirth's Rumble and Rampage Distortus Rex. This creature is the brand new mutant introduced to the Jurassic franchise. At first, I wasn't too fond of it, but as time went on, the look of this creature started to grow on me. Let's start off with the sculpt. Mattel has gotten the sculpt down with these figures for years. I'm pretty sure they just have a printer that prints texture on them. All the skin folds are beautifully sculpted, and the many limbs that this thing has are beautifully sculpted as well. The head on this animal resembles that of a beluga whale or a xenomorph, and when you close its mouth, it kind of gives that cute in an ugly way feel that pugs have. Now, the way the plastic looks is great, however the dexterity of the plastic is what worries me. If a 6-year-old played with this thing, they would probably smack it to smithereens in a few days. The plastic on the head is rather brittle, and the action feature doesn't feel that durable, which I will cover later. For the paint job, starting at the head, the inside of the mouth is beautifully sculpted in red, however the white from the rubber teeth goes in a bit deep. The overall coloring of the figure is this putrid green, giving off the feeling of eating food goobers from the garbage disposal. Really works well to make this figure feel more distortedly disgusting. The eyes are a little cartoony, but this is common for the Mattel Jurassic World toy lines. Still, it makes this animal feel a little less horrifying. On the top of the figure, there is this layering of brown going across the top of the figure. However, it stops rather abruptly halfway through the hips. It's even worse under the toy, where the white stomach paint barely stops towards the creature's second set of arms. I understand that this is a very minor thing to complain about. However, this thing costs $55. I expect the paint to go to the end of the tail. The toe claws are painted, which is rare for Mattel. However, none of the hand claws are painted, as is expected. The bottom half of the second pair of arms is painted a brownish color. One more thing before I forget, the tail is rather short. Just makes the creature seem a little off balanced with how heavy the front of the body is. Or who knows, maybe it looks that way in the movie. With that being said, the figure is still stunning in a disgustingly elegant way. For the articulation, the hands and feet all move in a full 360 form of articulation. However, the leg and arm articulation is rather limited. the arm on the left side of the figure has an extra piece of articulation, with being able to move up and down. I wonder why they couldn't do this with the other one, but whatever. What this figure lacks in articulation, it completely makes up for in its action features. On the back of the tail, there's a large button. When you push it, the head of the figure goes down and the mouth closes, soon followed by a jittering motion. The jittering of the head also causes the arms to jitter as well. Here are all the sound effects for the Rumble and Rampage Distortus Rex. When you twist the tail, the figure does a type of thrashing motion. However, on the left side of the body, the arm goes up in a smacking motion to toss any poor creature that may be in its way. Perhaps the best action feature is under the toy. That's right, a power switch. So in case you don't want to hear it make noise, you can turn it off. This is the first time I've seen this on a Jurassic toy. Another unique thing about this toy is it takes AA batteries rather than watch batteries. Again, another way this figure is more expensive, and another reason this figure weighs as much as a small dog. So the action feature feels robust, but with the addition of the brittle parts and the many action features combined, I can't imagine this one lasting the test of time. Now let's do some size comparisons. Here it is next to the Jurassic World Rebirth Monolophosaurus. Here it is next to the Hammond Collection's Jurassic Park 3 Alpha Velociraptor. Here it is next to the Jurassic World Rebirth Quetzalcoatlus, which is another figure I'll be doing a review of rather shortly. Here it is next to the Dino Tracker's Indominus Rex. And lastly, here it is next to the Hammond Collection Allosaurus. Alright, I have to say that this is a really interesting addition to my collection due to its rather intriguing design. It looks really obscure and insanely monstrous. However, it still has many flaws and its $55 price tag. So just think about what you can get with $55 before you buy this thing. Overall though, I'd have to say that it's a great figure and a welcome addition to my collection. Thank you so much for watching this video, and if you would like to see the unboxing, I also have the unboxing on my YouTube channel if you would like to see the box this figure comes in. I'll leave a link to it in the description below. And please like and subscribe so that I can reach 1,000 subscribers before I die of old age. Bye-bye!